You don't get respect for it, huh? That's
Like all
crazy.
my light sabotage.
Yeah. Uh-huh. No. You get respect, Zeta. You do. Just I gotta respect you so much. I have to trick you because we're already recording.
Good.
Welcome, guys. This episode of the no, you said no. Literally, you said that. I'm like, you know what? I'm pressing record and see how this reaction goes. But hey, anyway,
A brilliant move.
yeah. So hey, everyone, welcome to this week's episode of the Out of Pocket Podcast. I am Zechs, and joining me, as always, is my co-host Zeta.
Co-host and saboteur in this versus podcast, ZetaZephyr.
It was him.
Like this may as well just be a versus podcast, huh?
We're not stealing. We're already memeing the casual super beast route. We're not taking versus wolves.
No, not in that way. It was like you're constantly trying to stay on topic. I'm the one that's like driving us to 20 different side quests. It's practically a versus podcast.
Nah. I mean, that's just how the normal things should go. But anyway, so update on what this podcast is going to be. So for this podcast, this is going to be very special because this is technically our first two-part podcast. But for those of you who are going to watch it and listen to it later when it finally does air, it's going to be one whole podcast. So for this first segment, it is going to be our usual trading card game news, which I completely realized I completely botched the whole topic thing. So we're going to have our usual break recap. Then we're going to have our news segment because we have been missing like 3 weeks of news. So much so I still didn't get to capture everything. So I apologize. If we missed something, please let us know in the comments. So we're going to go through that. And then in the second half of the episode, for those of you who are watching live, it will be taking place on Sunday. We will have a discussion and interview with the host of the Traverse Tavern Twitter and channel, Franz, our dear friend, and we will have a whole discussion about Disney Lorcana, his thoughts on the industry as a whole, and other stuff as well. That way, we can have a long podcast without having a long podcast, because we all have lives. We can't all have a podcast that ends up with me having to unfortunately move 3 hours of it because I forgot to record everybody else but me.
For context, this podcast is frequently filmed from the hours of 9 p.m. to 1 a.m. Which is totally fine.
Unless it's a day in which you have to work. In that case, then yeah, no, it's not fine.
Right.
Right, this is why we do it on Fridays. Unfortunately, our guest had he got a cold. He said he couldn't be able to do it today, so we rescheduled for Sunday. This is why we're doing it this way.
Yep, so, two-parter.
So yeah, we're gonna have our usual thing. So first off, Zay, let's start. How was your break?
Pretty boring. I don't know. Beat Dynasty Warriors Origins. That was pretty good.
All right.
Although, if anyone that hasn't tried the game yet, the shoe route, I don't recommend it.
Why?
The entire back half of that route is you running away from South.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, why? I don't know. I got sick of escape missions really fast. It's an open world game. It doesn't work.
I mean, that just kind of sounds like a skill issue, buddy.
I didn't lose besides against like Lu Bu like 5 times.
Skill issue.
They made him into a Souls boss in this one for like no reason.
So stand by
I
that
was just
skill
like,
issue.
shut up.
You just kept.
Yeah, I know. I just kept exacerbating it. Look, I'm trying to play Dynasty Warriors here, not Elden Ring. It's a problem. Oh, what else? Still watching some 2B Hero X.
Hmm.
Still a 20 out of 10 banger of a show.
Still gonna wait till the show's over.
Also, I would definitely watch week to week because they're doing something really crazy right now that like people only learned about recently.
Hmm.
So they're doing a popularity poll, right? You know, typical stuff.
In the
The
show or
one in the
IRL?
popularity both. See, the power system in the show is based on popularity to some degree.
Okay.
And whoever wants the IRL popularity poll is getting a power up in season 2.
Okay. That is something new.
It's like the way the seasons are like structured, which one I recommend watching weekly, even this show in particular. Every character gets their own arc as the main character. And then season 2 is gonna be everyone like the massive like I guess battle royale or whatever it's gonna be.
So season 1 is everyone gets their shot. Season 2. Oh, these are people actually like.
Right.
Hmm. Interesting. I mean, that seems like a nice premise. It's like, so how it's gonna be animated is gonna be a whole different story because it's like, man, we did have the whole plot line for this character to do this. Oh wait, no one gives a crap about them. Shoot.
Shoot. I'm assuming it's gonna be like at least 2 years before season 2.
I mean,
They'll have time.
possibly, but it's also kind of like, well, then. I mean, it's like, animation takes a while, so it's like, ooh,
Right.
that's gonna be
It'll
slow.
be interesting how it shakes out. The director's a troll anyways, and just dropping random like spoilers in on Twitter. The first show in this series about like some dad just sitting on a toilet one day, getting sucked into it and getting superpowers, and trying to get his daughter's love back.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a great week to week watch. Looks fantastic.
Well, again,
Oh, what else can happen? Mm, a lot of weird work calls, I guess.
still having to deal with that stuff you can't talk about.
Oh no, but like get stupid things like, oh yeah, I was doing some dumpster diving and ripped out a bunch of PCB boards from some cameras. Can I bring them over? What?
I was about to say that. Wait,
No.
so
I mean, I had to deal with a coworker saying the word snow bunny like 5 times in the conversation, not knowing what it actually meant.
um, question. This is kind of important. Were they, you know, one of the snow people themselves, or
No.
oh, that makes it worse. Okay. Mm, yeah. What did
Yeah.
they think it meant?
Person doing a ton of cocaine.
Hmm. What context were they saying it in?
They were just talking about a really annoying customer.
They were calling the customer a snow bunny because they thought they were on crack?
Yes.
Oh my god. That's an ooh. Man, what a snow bunny, huh? What
Right.
do you mean by that? If she got me on that
I'm like,
cocaine, that's not what that means.
I was like, I gotta go consult counsel real quick. We have a meeting.
Paging Dr. Umar, Dr. Umar. That's a different kind of snow bunny mind control. That's a different kind
Yeah.
of mind control.
What a day.
Mm. I mean, I've
Like, this is
heard.
a pretty normal workplace, but uh, new ways to get ridiculous just keep popping up.
I mean, I get it. Playing in some snow makes sense, but
Right, right.
that's the first like that's not even like the gentrified variation of it. That's just kind of
Yeah.
like insane. It almost works, which is the problem.
Right. She was like, my friend told me what that was the meaning of it like a few years ago. It's like, oh no, you were lied to.
Mm. In a way, they're not wrong, but also that's not the connotation I thought you were talking about.
Right.
Did you tell them what it meant?
I was like, just check Urban Dictionary. I'm out.
And you never got the reaction?
No, no, they were shocked. And they doing like 10, 20 definitions down to go back to theirs. It's like, yeah, all right.
It's like, man.
Any any other dumb stuff? Uh, People keep wanting to get a single player Gundam game, and I just, if I could start a like petition for a band to make release an HD remaster of MS Saga New Dawn, would anyone want to sign it?
Well, I mean, don't we have the Seed game coming re-release remaster coming out?
I mean, yeah.
There you
Wait,
go.
when is that coming out?
I don't know. There's some games I just have
Well,
no idea when they're coming out.
like huh? I keep forgetting if that even came. Did it come out already?
What?
Oh,
Oh, it couldn't have
hold
come
on.
out.
Yeah.
There's no way it came out.
Okay, no, it's coming on May 21st. All
Oh,
right.
okay. I was like, wait, what the heck?
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if everyone missed Battle Destiny coming out. It's not that big of a release.
I mean,
Like, it's cool that we're getting it. It's also just support of a Vita game.
I would like more hot take. I would like more ports of Vita games.
I mean, true.
I mean, also hot take. I would like
Like,
more
I don't know.
ports of games that are, their actual game. If anything, if it
Like,
means updating it.
I just wish you got the other Gundam Battle games that were like, on the PSP, like Assault Survive and whatever. A wider roster than just more Seed.
Yeah, we can sell
I'm
Seed.
kidding. You can.
I mean, for crying out loud, part of the reason I kind of want to play that Gundam, that G generation gotcha is because of the Seed midquel.
It's a pretty nice mid-quote. It explains a lot of different things. Especially want to know where Alex Dino comes from.
Yeah.
I mean, the gotcha's it's surprisingly hard for a gotcha game at times. I'm not gonna lie. Like they really like, sorry, you need to upgrade everything. I think my favorite part about it, right? And this is what I wish no other gotcha game has, is that there's a huge roster of like free to play upgradable units
I mean, I
that are at
can.
least, viable.
I mean, I can. I know that. Right. This is a big franchise.
G generation, yeah.
I mean, just Gundam in general.
Right, but it's like,
Like you started.
oh, we have an entire okay, go on.
Like you started off giving the G quacks.
The G-Quax is an SSR. It's secretly a UR. The G-Quax just one taps everything. It's kind of nasty.
Yep.
But even outside the freebies, there's just huge like tech and development trees. It's like, all right, these aren't like URs, but
I mean,
these are still pretty high rated units you can grind for free.
I mean, I heard that Wu Fei is probably like one of the best units in the game.
Yeah.
And besides that being
Well, this kind of
a natural crime, because why the fuck is Wu Fei busted?
the actual crime is that like the heavy arms custom is like one rank lower than the other wing Gundams.
Mmm. Why? What did they do
Yeah,
to him?
I don't know. It's like every other one gets like an SSR variant. Heavy arms is stuck at like SR. It's like, jeez. But the heavy arms is actually useless.
Dang. The Moe Blob and the Lesbian are all powerful, more powerful.
Also the meteors are like low tier,
Not the
which
wait, the meteors are low tier.
like as far as like the higher like free to play units for Seed go, yeah.
I mean, hot take. I've never liked the meteors.
Like they have good AoE attacks. It's like cool, you can get some early splash damage in turn one.
I mean, I'm not talking about the game.
That's
I'm just
it.
talking about like in general. I've just never kind of.
Yeah, I they feel like Power Ranger battleizers. So much.
I mean, basically, I mean, yeah, that basically is what they are. Yeah, they are just seed battleizers. It's like, okay.
Like they're not even like full armor packs. Like Colby dropped a bunch of random guns to you guys to go to town. All these things don't get destroyed in like 10 minutes.
Actually, it's not
It
even
doesn't matter.
battleizers. Like you remember Jungle Fury where the Megazord like had like the three like auxiliary swords and one that just like attaches to them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like that. It's an auxiliary Zord that's like that you get early on, but it's like, oh no, this is the final upgrade of the season. It's like, this is it.
I'm actually kind of glad the GN arms were, they felt better than the meteors. I mean, less cool, but
I mean, I feel like the GNRs kind of had their place.
right? And they're not like obnoxiously huge, right?
Yeah.
God, the meteors. There's one annoying thing in that game though, is that there's a lot of like series restrictions for like levels. And the strike freedom in general is like cool. Can only be used in seed series stages. It's like so I can't use this for any of the actual like, main seed content. Nope.
that is
Alright.
kind of weird to be like, yeah, you can play this game, you can pull this unit, but you can't really use them unless they're like part of a specific series.
I mean, you can use it. You can use them as like a backup team, but at least for like story content, at least one of your team has to be units from that series.
I mean,
There's like a bit of a challenge there. It's like, all right,
I guess that
you
explains
you
why
gotta use
there's so many like free to play units. Because otherwise,
right,
it's like, man, I can't wait till we get to check notes Gundam X.
dude. There's a lot of random stuff in the Gundam X tech tree. It's kind of crazy. Like I'm pretty sure Gundam X, like X and G, have like more units than they've had in any other video game prior. Every mobile fighter is in G Gundam in the G Gundam tech tree.
That is very
There's new
interesting.
animations for all of. There's new animations for all of these. I'm like, no, oh, this is why the game took so long. They decided to put every single G Gundam unit in for no reason. Lunatics. Also,
Oh,
my gotcha pulls have been terrible.
wait till I get to my week, sir.
I've I pulled a bunch of URs. The problem is like I pulled a lot of UR battleships. Cool. I fully maxed out the crossbow gun as far as dupes go. Dude ate almost all my pulls. We're not getting crossbone content for like 2-3 years.
Why'd you pull for the crossbow Gundam?
I didn't. He's in the standard banner.
Oh, so he's the.
There's like 12 or 18 like URs in the standard banner.
Hmm. So
It's like, oh, sorry. You've maxed out the crossbow that can only be really used in UC Gundam stages and content that won't be out for years.
good luck.
God. Like I'm jealous for anyone I pulled like I don't know. Honestly, probably like the aerial.
Why? Does Arrow have like a specific condition?
No, it like take no like, it costs a ton of XP to level up the Witch for Mercury units on the tech tree.
Why?
Because they get started at level 50. So go from like 50 to 55 takes a ton of material. The game does this weird thing like levels where it's like the further along the like series tree you go, the higher level units get as like a baseline. So your backup team has to be even stronger. Like I think all the wing units start at like level 40 something. Like I think
Wait,
level 40,
so
yeah.
they come with already preset levels.
And then you still level them up to like 90, yeah.
What? That is so weird.
All the stuff in Gundam's like, cool, you only have to get this thing to like level 3 to advance your Zaku 2 into the goof. It's like, that's it? And then you get to like Wing, it's like, sorry, you need all 3 of these units to be level 50 to combine them into the Epion. It's like, are you kidding me? Why does the Epion cost 3 different units? For every copy of it. It's like, oh, cool, you want to fully max out the Epion? You need like 12 different other suits. This game's gonna be a mess, like once like the rest of the stuff gets added.
Mm.
Also, playing now, so you get the free gold frame and gold frame and Matsumina and blue frame second L. Trust me, you might want to do the Astria event now.
Uh, I am probably just good with that.
I think what June they're adding Seed Destiny and part 1 of 0083.
Part 1.
I don't know why.
Again, I'll talk about it when we get to my segment.
Yeah. In that case, I'll send things off to you. I don't have too much to talk about. I'm down a whole rabbit hole. Let me just switch over.
Oh, okay. You're just gonna screw it. Just
Mhm.
give me the one. Nothing else. Okay. Well, for one, uh, let me think about this. My money's gone. Wuthering Waves
Wait,
took it.
what?
Wuthering Waves took it.
Oh no.
That's why I'm talking about I can't start no G generation because I already bought. Like my money's
You just
gone.
play free to play.
I already bought. I already bought all the cards I needed for the Nikkei Weiss set because that cost a while, and now the prices have started to go up. Now, thankfully, there's going to be allegedly a reprint in the future, like coming soon, like maybe next month. But it's like, yeah, no, like cards that were like, this is kind of good, cool, like $2-3 card. Now they've got cards that are their normal rarity is now pushing $10 now. I'm like, oh man. I
Oh
mean,
no.
this is the problem with Bushiroad games. It's like I got past like a certain point in time. It's hard to get the cards now.
Like a card will just like cards just stop existing.
Yep. Why do you think Buddy Fight got cooked?
Well, the secret pack was. Oh god. We got to talk with that pack at some point.
Oh, don't worry, I will definitely talk about it. As someone who got into Buddy Fight during, especially tried to like pull off a Buddy Fight kick during Ace.
Yep.
To say nothing
You
of
know,
the
I'll just
what?
for context for people, the God Pack, also known as we put all your hits in a box inside a single booster pack, was all your hits inside a single booster pack.
No. The God Pack is we put all your important cards in a booster pack for your specific deck. You know, like your main boss card, you know, a secondary like support card, support monster, maybe like two support monsters or two support spells and everything, and then your signature weapon.
Like,
All in one pack, but that means you can't pull them outside your pack.
right. Like they wanted to be a living card game so much
Like the
that they
fact,
chose the worst option.
like I am still missing cards from early uh Astro Dragon. Not Astro, was it Astro Dragons? Yeah, like the Rainbow Dragons, I forget.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm still missing cards from early Astro Dragons because they were not they were in that stupid pack. And when supply pulled up, they basically did not show up again. Like I could probably go on TCG Player right now. Let me see. And like look for like
Dude, but if I stuff still on TCG Player,
Astro. I mean, I shouldn't chose Astro on the whole thing, because like there. The future card Buddy
oh
Fight. Let me
trend.
see. It's still
Oh
on
my
the
god, the
thing, but
trending searches.
let me see. That is now I'm looking for set. What was the first Ace Booster set? I forgot.
Shoot.
But let me go to Gargantua Awaken and I can probably find. Yeah, like freaking Gargantua Awakened. That set, that is some of the most important cards in like for Astro Dragons. The size of the point is $35 and is unavailable. I mean, no, it's actually
Yeah,
there's things, but it's $35 on like the trending thing. Hara Hara is out of stock with a market price of $11. Right? It's like the
you ever think to yourself, maybe we shouldn't have told people to buy singles?
I will say this is not buy singles fault, right? Buying singles is a good thing, right? Because you can actually choose what cards you want, right? The
I mean,
problem
sure.
the problem wasn't buying singles. The problem is that uh in a game that does not have enough like products moving,
You
or
need a lot
rather,
more people to place pre-orders.
yeah. There's a whole like thing about just how we could go on a whole like thing about how all the things that destroy damage buddy fight. But it's like, yeah, one of the things is just like there was not enough cards on the market. I don't
You know,
think.
I blame Facebook groups. There we go. That's gonna be my target. Facebook groups.
Okay, anyway. But yeah, no, freaking uh yeah, just a whole bunch of things there. So yeah, no. Thankfully Nikkei sold so much it's getting product. However, that was an issue. My issue was that because now we're doing the month Weiss doing the monthly like shop thing. Uh they now finally released probably one of the best cards in the promos they have, which is Crown. And one, my city does not have a single Weiss locals that is doing that whole special event thing. So I
Dang.
and two, I had to spend like 10, $13 on that on Crown, and I could only get two because I spent all the other money on Wuthering Waves. Going back to that, uh, I've been saving for Zani since she got announced. One of the reasons why I even came to Wuthering Waves.
You lost to
However,
50-50?
I lost the 50-50 twice.
Well, you know,
One, thank God that Wuthering Waves has a thing where it's like, yeah, no, uh, your banners, your weapon banners are just straight up like, yeah, no, you pull for them and you don't have no 50-50. Like, you get them when you get them.
right.
Thank goodness, because I would have actually lost my mind if I didn't get Zany's weapon. But I also decided, you know what? I'm also going to get Phoebe's weapon because I had Phoebe because I had to have her because there were like rumors that she was going to be like a good teammate for Zani. So I'm like, yeah, I want Zani to be at full power. I'll get her.
All right.
Only to come to find out, no, Phoebe is actually just busted.
No, no.
She quite literally has no plot relevance at all, but she is probably one of the strongest characters in Wuthering Waves.
Who needs plot relevance in a gotcha game?
I mean, for crying out loud, I legitimately thought there was gonna be a plot twist like, oh, the character who looks quite literally exactly like her was going to be like some sort of like alternate version of her or something. Like she was gonna become like
Nope.
the new like Sentinel or the character who's kind of like the whole thing, right? Nope, she's her own independent character.
Uh,
And she does have a different version, but it's like this more grown up version that has like that's just I don't want to say gooned out, but like you could tell it's like, oh no, they were drawing circles, buddy, when they designed that character
Oh my gosh.
for the actual for like her other half. Like they did her
Fair.
drip marking. Like you can look it up right now. Go look it up right now. In fact, I might just look up what was her name? Card Aurelia, I think it was. Like, let me actually look up the character. Yeah, Cartathea. Um, let me see if I can find her looks. So like this is
You,
can I open the image, a new tab, and get like a big version? Nope. I should go to the actual preview. So this is her regular version. I'm gonna post in the call. This is her regular
yep.
version. And then there is her, and this is her alternate version.
All right, 1 second.
Yep.
Huh. Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yep. Hold on just a second.
I don't know if I like this character design, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think it's the entire like back piece here where I'm like, I see what you're trying to do, but the inner part of your brain just took over, and it's like, no, no, wait, no. Sorry, I had this cool elegant design in my head. Can't, nope, nope, nope. Legs. Like, I don't know.
I'm sorry, say that again. I just
Like, these are like back piece of like the back frills, whatever. Cool, nice, elegant addition. Doesn't fit at all.
oh, you actually pulled them on the
Yeah,
oh, you put it on your stream. Okay.
yeah.
But yeah, no, you can definitely see like, yeah, no, there is some she is circled up compared to
Like,
the
it
original.
feels like they wanted to do something here. And it's like, do you want to do like a cool gown thing or like anything? It's like, no, no, we're just gonna just show details on. Not a fan.
I mean, the other thing is like someone also noticed that the in a and I think like the test server for like her boss variant, because spoiler, she has a boss version. Like, yeah, no, they noticed that her boss also has just a bigger butt.
Huh?
It got like updated. So it's just like, damn, y'all were horny.
Right.
So yeah, that is Withering Waves on the whole thing. Like, uh,
They really are just trying to be the edgier, hornier Genshin. The
mm,
total way to put it.
I guess that's a fine way to put it.
Like,
Because
we're Genshin, but we're hardcore about it. This is your mom's Genshin Impact.
I will say it is kind of like Damn, there's been about 2.1, 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, about 4 patches in 2.4. 4 patches. They've like you can tell some about the water in this thing because there's been a grand total of one male character dropped its entire patch. This entire 2.0 session.
I am so glad like Zen is still at least attempting to add male characters.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like, we had Brant and he's good, and I think people are assuming that he's going to be like a great support with the new Wolf Girl they also showed.
Mm,
So like he finally might have his time to shine because he didn't really have a team or like a character support or like be a sub DPS too. But now it's probably they're strickling. It has to be like her, right?
right.
But anyway, back to the whole thing. So the whole thing is Pofazani. I got Encore instead. Which I like Encore. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't play her because I'm still trying to build like a team of regular to do content and whatnot. And I had to detour
Right.
because I had to build up one of the OG like 5 stars for a whole different team because one specific piece of content is basically uncompletable if I do my main and my second team, which are all Spectro, which is like basically all
Oh
light. So,
no.
so I have to like double back and make a third team specifically to clear that content. And I'm still not done because all of my resources are gone now.
That'll happen.
Yeah, so nope, actually my fourth team. Because I had Camellia. Which funny enough, uh you know what? Let me also I'll go to that in a second. But so I did that, I got Zani, I got her weapon. It took a minute. I had to actually like hit the card button twice.
You already lost.
But for the other reason is I decided, they revealed that yeah, no, we're gonna have like these two alternate banners. You can get like 5 different 5 stars from the past and another 5 later. And it revealed that Cartha was it Carthea? Uh, no, I'm trying to remember who was the girl with the guns. There's so many seasons in this game, especially in this past patch. It's like, gosh, dang. But
You're
like
starting to overlap here.
she's like the waves 2.0. Oh, Carlotta. Carlotta is getting a rerun in the back half of this patch. However, her best support, Zechs, was being run this patch. So I'm like, you know what? I missed Carlotta because I had not done Withering Wave's story, and I finally caught up. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of like her. I like her a lot more. I only have a character I want to kind of get because, yeah, even if uh, because the character I just showed you, she also had her main story, but I'm like, I don't really care for you that much to pull, especially if it means if they're gonna do what they did with Zani and Phoebe, and like, yeah, you need both of them, both her and the character who's gonna be in the second half of this patch, which is she's basically like a bard, like sub DPS support, and
It's
I'm
starting to
like,
sound a whole lot like Astra and Evelyn right now.
so it's like I'm just like I don't really care for her. So I'm just actually just gonna, kind of gonna skip them and get Carlotta. Because after that, I don't really have another character. I really do kind of like a cooler like male character to kind of add to the roster because that'd just be nice.
Right.
You know, at the very least, like I have Carlotta, so I could probably get her skin. Because like next big patch, they're doing like Chang Li and Carlotta skins for like swimsuits, and I'm like, listen, I don't care for Chang Li at all. Like I went through her story bit. I'm like, I just don't care. Like one of the like this. So let me just kind of do a small little like thing on Wuthering Waves. In my opinion,
Yep.
I love Wuthering Waves game. I think I probably said this before, but like, I love Wuthering Waves gameplay wise. But
Right.
I'm not a big fan of most of their characters. Like Jinshi is cool. Like I pulled up all the characters for see. Jinshi's cool. Uh Carmelia is cool. Shisha is cool, but she's like a starter unit. Rerena's cool. Yan Wu is cool, but I like playing him with Jinshi. Um but like outside of that, I'm not a fan of any real character. Brant is cool. Brant is cool. But like outside of them, like I'm not really a fan of any of these characters that much.
Ooh.
Like Shorekeeper, like Shorekeeper is without doubt what people consider like the best unit in the game, and like a lot of the last big story part of the 1.0 season in it was about her. I couldn't care, bro. Like I only pulled for her because she's again the best character in the game gameplay wise. I just could not ask myself to care about her as a character. Not that she's badly written, just don't connect to me
Just
the same way.
honestly fair.
Like, could that be the way that Wuthering Waves does story content in which every other patch they have a story update? Possibly. Because you don't have a lot of time to kind of like get to use each character, right? They're not all being shown, right? Which is another criticism of this particular like anniversary patch is that they didn't have a story update because they used their story update last patch. It's like I feel like they could have done a good thing with doing a story update this patch, or at least something like a small event where you have to go back to like your first area and be like, yeah, no, let's go back there and kind of have a small story bit with that, right?
Right.
Like even if it is kind of weird how it works in the context of story, like who cares? Like because like I just think about it, I'm like, bro, your first like free to play units are Yang Yang and Shisha. Like outside of 1.1, you have never had an actual in story event with them ever again.
Oh no, they got Mondstadted.
Not Mondstadt at the very least, like the season one was like, okay, you're fine, right? 2.0 is kind of like where they all kind of got 2.0 is where like Mondstadt just kind of got dropped to the side because Inazuma they didn't even make it out of the 1.0s, the 1.x's until they just
Right.
turned Yang Yang into her just calling on the phone like, "How you doing, Rover?" or like trying to figure out where you are, and it's like they just never show up again on
Man,
screen.
Inazuma being like completely disconnected from the other regions is like such a mistake.
I mean, I disagree. I think that's I think that's fine.
Like he does something to I guess the interconnection. It's like, oh,
I mean, it's
sorry,
fine
got hit
because there is a
boat.
there is a lore reason for that as opposed to something like Natlin, whereas like it does. Like, yeah, they're disconnected, but it's like also for a different reason, which is a whole different thing. But like Inazuma's whole thing is like, yeah, no, our Archon is a crash out, and they have locked down the region. No one can really get in outside of like a few specific things. So it makes sense. Like, yeah, no, we have to disconnect this. There's no excuse for like if areas like Sumeru and Natlan, which are literally down the street. Like I'm literally like, wait, Fontaine is Sumeru's right here, and Fontaine's up there. Now I can understand Fontaine now been hard to do. Sumeru literally just crossed the block. Explain to me why half these characters aren't showing up, or we can't have no connection there. This is weird.
I feel like the map, the in-universe map is way larger than the in-gameplay map. That's always going to feel off.
Yeah, of course, because like you can't just. Oh, it actually takes 3 days to really travel here. It's like you can't do that.
Right.
You know, it's just funny.
I mean, you could try.
But the point is trying to be like, you know, I like Wooden Room's gameplay, but I really have not vibed with their character roster almost at all, outside of like four or five characters. Which is why I'm like, yeah, I can probably save for whoever potentially interests me later. Meanwhile,
Yeah.
you know, Genshin, I'm like, yeah, I'd be okay with trying to go back to Genshin to pull for a character who comes there, or Nikkei, where it's like, yeah, no, I without a doubt would pull for this current banner, which is an upgraded version of one of the old characters.
And like Zenless, I'm like, dang, all these guys are actually kind of cool every single time they have a cutscene.
I mean, Zenless also has the benefit of we haven't gone to a new region yet, and every character is just like all in the same town, so it's not like we're all like separated yet.
Although they did announce a new region, and I'm like,
but it's like
no.
But you know, it's gonna take.
It's another part of the same city, thankfully.
Like, when we leave this region, or this segment of the city in Zenless, it won't feel as bad because every character got at least something here, right?
Right, and at least you know, it's just China. It's just you know, anyone can just take a train down to the next region, anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everyone got something, like every single character.
Which is why it's like a new region.
Every single goddamn event.
Yeah, which is why like another like region would be perfectly fine. It's like, okay, we're not exactly behind character schedule here because everybody's been given enough flesh out work here.
Right. Like at this point, we know exactly what these characters are getting for lunch. We know their flower arrangement.
Yeah, so that's my whole thing, right? So it's like it feels bad for me to try and pull for like, so I had to pull for Zeji. I lost the 50-50 to Encore again. And then I had to get Shezi again. So yeah, I had to hit the card a couple times.
I'm gonna fear today hit the card for another gacha game.
You know, I mean, I still need to hit the card because it's still for Nikkei because it's the 2 and 5 anniversary. I want those skins. I've got about like 4 days left to get the Little Mermaid skin. And then after that, I didn't have to kind of like wait till hopefully my next paycheck. On, let me think. Yeah, hopefully by my next paycheck, I should be able to afford the other skin. So I just kind of need to like hold out until then. You know, enjoy the ramen in my pantry. So yeah, outside of that, like pretty much like I know people were kind of upset over Wuthering Waves because they're like, "Oh, it's the year anniversary. Where's our more free stuff?" And I'm just kind of like, as someone who already was like invested in Wuthering Waves like that, I'm like, I don't care. Like, okay, even personally, I was like, I don't really care. Like, the game's still fun, right? And like, so honestly,
Look,
like,
they're trained on it. All right. That see, I think the problem Wuthering Waves is having right now, the whole anniversary thing, is that they kind of took Dev's Listen a bit too seriously and caved too hard. It's like, oh, well, these aren't the. Oh, we can just scream for more rewards, right? I mean, worked the last like 20 times. Sweet.
well, I mean, here's the difference between devs listening like the whole time because when that whole like, yeah, they're giving out 18,000 things was thing, it's because the game didn't work. The game just didn't work. So of course they would give out more stuff because they're like, okay, we need to actually like get the goodwill back on track,
Right.
otherwise this game is dead. Like, we can't have our second gotcha, especially in open world gotcha like this, crash and burn this hard.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons why I didn't play Wuthering Waves for so long. Was because that game was basically unplayable for me until the PS5 version came out.
Yeah, but I mean,
Now,
too
granted,
late.
how
Now
much
we
of that?
know.
To be granted, how much of that was because my PC sucks? Yes.
I mean, it was broken on everyone's PC, to be fair.
Yeah, but like at a certain point, people could still play it, right? But it's like,
Right.
you know, I just didn't even bother. Like, they are so lucky.
Eh,
They're so lucky Zani was that cool of a character design that I was like, all right, I'll come back.
Like Unreal Engine 5 for a gotcha game? What?
Yeah.
Excuse me?
Like,
Like, say what you will about like MiHoYo games that are like graphical fidelity. There's a reason they're running on Unity.
yeah. Well, for how much longer, who knows? Because, the
I
whole
mean,
thing with the, oh, you got to pay us for using this
well,
thing.
funny thing actually, Mio kind of actually built from scratch their own full like fork of Unity, and they don't actually have to pay the main dudes.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
that's
no,
kind of why. I mean, the
they
whole
they,
thing was
they have
pretty.
their own circumvention.
Well, I mean, the whole thing was. I can only assume the idea was like Uni was going to then work up to then try and like genjutsu in all the Genshin money
Right.
eventually.
I I don't think it's gonna work. I think there's like some crazy like loophole or something going on. It's like, oh
I
no,
mean,
sorry.
as I've known from how laws work in everywhere, which is not a lot to say because I don't know how laws work. I'm not a lawyer. Um, yeah, no, there's just different laws that will just loophole everything.
Right?
So you never know. It's like Uni was only just clicking a ticking time bomb because they wanted that Genshin money, but forgot. Oh yeah, people who are fighting for their lives are using this thing. We're
Oh yeah,
basically just
they are the co-owner. That's what it was. Yep, they are actually the co-owner of Unity China for MiHoYo specific.
there's no way.
I kid you not.
So okay. So
Yeah,
then
no, no,
you're just
they're
being
part of
stupid.
they're part of the majority owners.
So they're just stupid.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
I know. MiHoYo's only gonna get more money out of this whole Unity fiasco.
Yeah. Or get that Genshin money. You have it. What do you mean? We own you. Oh no.
God,
Perfect thing. I'm a genius.
so
Oh
funny.
no.
shoot, they're already in bed with us. Love
Oh,
it.
oh, that's just funny. Like, even if that's what was happening or not, it's still just hilarious. Like, bro,
Right.
you burn all that goodwill for no reason. That's crazy.
Nope. Like, come on.
Like, so, speaking of anniversaries, I kind of alluded to it. Yeah, this is the Nikkei half-year anniversary. Also had to deal with that. They released the one of the other pilgrims, Little Mermaid, and then they also gave an update to Mihara, which was the you remember the girl with the lab coat I showed you when we
Yep.
did our thing? Yeah, they gave her an update. Let me like show you that update. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how I can show you this. Uh yeah, I'll probably go with her what the heck is threads?
I think that's Facebook's Twitter equivalent.
Oh, that's the thing. Well, anyway, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, no one cares.
So yeah, this is Mihara, and then this is Little Mermaid. I'm giving you the banner one because
Right. Because we want to keep this VOD not deleted.
yeah, and then this is Little Mermaid. These are like the main two characters they released this patch.
There we go. Huh.
Yep.
I mean, I
So
kind of like the Little Mermaid design.
yeah. So her deal is that she is for Mihara, like her thing is she basically got a new body due to a side story event, and so this is finally them releasing it.
Hmm.
Like, she deserves it though, because she has been through it. Like, she's been mind wiped twice. She then got shot in the head, and her partner, small spoiler, I think I already showed you kind of what happened to her. Her partner became a terrorist. Then her punishment effectively was to be turned into a monstrosity that can no longer talk.
Oh.
Yeah, she needs a W. And this is her W.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Agreed.
As for Little Mermaid, she's been sitting in the throat of a super rapture for about 70 years.
So, Little Mermaid and not Pinocchio?
Oh, see, her squad basically like kind of hybrids of characters. Like
Got it.
Cinderella is literally called Cinderella, but she's not even like Cinderella. She's more like Sleeping Beauty. Or right? No, she's more like Snow White.
Got it.
But, like, they've already used Snow White when they created the game, so they went with
Oops.
Cinderella, which is funny because there's also a duo of characters in her squad named Hansel and Gretel. And today, like only recently, I found out there is technically a variation of the Hansel and Gretel story that ends up turning into Cinderella later on. It's like this story where it's like there's this king and the queen that lose their kingdom, and so they don't have any money. They don't. So the idea is like, all right, we gotta kind of get rid of the kids. We don't have none. We can't afford to eat none. So they send their three daughters out into the wilderness. You know, and so one of the daughters, I think it's Freya or something. I forget what the name was. It starts with an F. But like one of the daughters goes to her fairy godmother, asks for help, and then she said, and so she gives him like a string to tie to get them back, right? But her
Right.
and so when they get it back, like because they've been abandoned, they come back, and then their mom or like stepmom says, "Oh, no, I left to go get something. I was coming back for you." Which then proceeded with the two sisters proceeding to beat her.
Oh.
Yep. And so she goes back to fairy godmother. She's like, "All right, listen, I'll give you this, but you cannot bring your sisters back because they don't deserve it. Otherwise, you won't get my help from now on." And so that happens again. But the sister is so nice. She still brings them back. And then third time, she doesn't get help from the godmother, so she brings a bag of peas to try and like lure him back, only to find out all the birds ate all the peas. So yeah, so then they just come into the thing of an ogre and his wife's house. The whole thing of Hansel and Gretel was like they eventually then tricked the ogre into falling into an oven and getting killed. Then the main sister tricks the ogre's wife into like letting her do her hair, and then cuts her head off. And so the three sisters just live inside the castle. However, inside the castle, there's a whole chest that just creates jewels and beautiful dresses and everything, and just continuously makes it. So the two sisters just take that and go over to the next castle, in which the king and queen. There's a king there and a whole family. The whole point is eventually, uh, the main sister just finally just gets her own dress, goes there, woos everybody, and then the prince says, "Oh, I need that." It goes, "I need that." And eventually, the whole Cinderella thing, which then leads to the whole thing of yeah, no, this kingdom you have belong to my family, so I won't marry your son unless you give us back our kingdom. And so he just tricks back the kingdom. And that's the main end of the story, which is like, okay.
Sure.
Why'd I bring it up for? Well, if you're a Nikkei player, you know what I mean. But the whole thing, but like, yeah, so I played it. I'll say this. I think it's still a good story. But I think it's probably my least favorite anniversary story. Not to say it's bad, but it's because, I think it's one reason because the way I had to play it, because I kind of just like sped run through the first part of the story because of something going on I need to do quickly, so I just never like locked into the overall story. So it took me a while to get to the second part. So like I think it's probably like my least favorite of them, of the anniversary stories, only just because And I'm putting that caveat of just because of how I had to interact with it, you know?
Right.
So that's just kind of unfortunate. Now, granted, the actual end of the story legitimately actually had me like legitimately hit me in a way I wasn't expecting. Sorry about that. Yeah, it hit me in a way I wasn't expecting. Where like I actually had like an emotional reaction that was like very different from any other times. So yeah, I say like that gets bonus points to prop it up because like yeah, no, that like it felt legitimately good to reach the end of that storyline.
Have some deep emotional impact.
Yep. And I'm trying to like not spoil a lot of things in that story because I think if you're wanting
Right.
to go through, if you're wanting to play like Nikkei stories, at the very least, I do recommend it because they are really well written. Like that's why I'm like, if anything, that's why I'm like trying to say like if you want to just have like a whole potential stream idea, just like you know what, let me just boot up this game and just go through like their event stories.
No. Nah.
Come on.
I'm good.
Well, I'm just saying, like, again, it's just an option.
Yeah, you're right.
You know, I mean, you still got 100 line to go through, so I definitely,
Like, there's a lot on my plate. We
yeah.
both know this.
I mean, there's gonna be a lot of play for everyone except for those who are waiting for GTA 6. But now, since GTA 6 is not this year, now you've got more time to play the 100 line and Clair Obscure. Right?
You're right.
Yeah. Go play those games. Buy those games. They deserve it.
I mean, I was gonna play GTA 6 anyways.
I mean, neither was I, but, you know, for the people out there who were waiting for GTA 6, it's not coming this year. You can play it.
It's
Uh,
not coming next year either.
I'll say this: if Death Stranding and Doom: The Dark Ages somehow fumble, which I have no idea how Doom's gonna fare, but I know probably Death Stranding's gonna be fine. It'll probably be
Death Stranding's gonna fumble. It's gonna fumble for Death Stranding.
I don't know. I'll say this: it'll get a Game Award nomination just because it's Kojima.
Yeah, because they have to be nice to Kojima at this point. It doesn't matter how much of a hack director he is. People gotta hype him up still. He's a hack.
That's insane to say. That's insane to call that man a hack. Like I understand he's being too extra with some of the things he does, but I wouldn't call him a hack. Well, I
There's a
mean,
reason he had a co-writer for every single Metal Gear Solid game.
I mean, not every game can be written by one person. I feel like you do need some help and like an editor to kind of like come down and be like, hey, these ideas are good, but you kind of do need to cut some of this down.
And we didn't get one, and that's we got Death Stranding 1.
Did you play Death Stranding 1?
Yep.
I'm surprised you did. You didn't seem like someone who would play Death Stranding 1.
I played it, and that's why I came to these conclusions. I'm just like, no, I'm not feeling Kojima anymore. Maybe Konami had a point.
That's insane. Wait, no. Out of spite, I will say, even if Konami did have a point, no, they didn't.
There's my hot take for this stream.
Screw,
Konami had a point.
screw that company, bro.
Man, it doesn't matter how much I hate Konami for everything else. I can at least say, maybe they weren't in the wrong entirely.
You're not using the Austin St. Jean defense here. You can't be like, Hitler was a bad dude, but he had some pretty good things. You can't do that. I'm not letting you.
Do not compare me to the Hitler T-shirt guy.
Speaking of Hitler t-shirt guy, what a weird transition.
What the heck is that transition?
Shout out
Oh my
at the
god!
time of recording the homie Roy Kiato doing his Power Rangers stream. He's on Ninja Storm now with Kane and Andrea Hers.
Gosh.
Which, if you know, you know. Anyway, besides that,
Rocky was a beta red anyways.
What?
Huh?
What did you say? Oh, so you're just
Moving
not gonna you're just not gonna say nothing. Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm just gonna let that hang there.
Okay. We're gonna move on. This got entirely weird. I literally shot out someone at the transition point with the Hitler t-shirt.
See, we're doing this thing again where, we're in season 2 now, since like last week was our finale.
Technically season
we gotta plan like new plot seeds for future episodes again, alright?
This is technically not season 2. This is the actual season 1 finale. I had to think in my head, like, no, this is gonna be the season 1 finale because we get to have Franz on for everything.
Alright.
Next time will be the season 2 finale.
Got it.
Or rather, next time will be the start of season 2. And
Right.
hopefully I create a new overlay and everything for that. Hopefully, I also have not tried to see like a stream, so hopefully that also works better, right?
Yeah, 2-parter is the perfect time to do a season finale.
Yep. But yeah, go play Nikke. And one more anniversary that I completely just bypassed. Honkai Star Rail had an anniversary.
Neat.
Like I did the mini game they did. Outside of that, and I pulled for the Acheron support cube. After that, that was it. I did not get Casterus. I did not get Anaxa. I think Anaxa's still going for now, because because they're about to do the next patch. They did the event. I mean, they did the live stream today. So, in like a week will be the next patch. So, I might go for him just because he is supposed to be. He is pretty much like a OP Silver Wolf. Whereas like Silver Wolf's like single target. He's just AoE and does Silver Wolf's ability better, which cool. But like I say that because I personally just have checked out Star Rail. Mainly because one, because I'm still not into like the whole Grease thing, but two, it's the fact that the English like voice acting just doesn't exist. And no, I'm not switching to another language to do so. I'm stubborn like that.
Man, we lost like half the voice cast in a strike.
It's not like that's another thing that happened between. It's like it's not even really a strike. And
it's just people being dumb on.
No, it's a collective refusal to work according to like some of the lingo, what should be the technical lingo for it. So like,
right.
Like some of them are actually striking. Some of them are like, no, I'm just refusing to literally work, and it's just because I want this to change. And it's like that whole situation with SAG-AFTRA and all this stuff is hell.
Yeah.
Like I saw a tweet the other day about from Jennifer Hale saying that she just lost her mind in it in the one of the meetings they had. She got upset, had to apologize. I'm seeing Allegra Cart talking about like I think this strike may have done a whole bunch of damage to the voice acting community. Like friendships have been hurt, etc., etc. It's like, God damn, what the hell done happened?
Like we're hitting the point where it's like it's almost like Transformers, right? You all have like you've been you've been fighting for so long, and the terms have changed 20 times, and no one even knows what's happening anymore. But the fight must go on.
I mean, I guess you can put that when you put it like that, it does kind of make sense. It's like I realized they've been on this strike for about
It's been
300
years.
days.
Like
Like
it feels like it's been like at
they
least a year.
they started negotiations back in 2022,
Yep. All right.
but obviously, like as time went on, like AI just became more and more
Of an issue.
of an issue, and you know, uh, the fact that AI, even though it is utter garbage, is still improving.
Right.
So it's like even if
Now the voice actors need even more protections from it. So like, oh,
it's like yeah, it's just like and it's even worse because there are just people who like will do an AI song thing, whereas like I remember Erica Lindbeck was like, they did a song thing which they a song using her Futaba voice,
hmm
and it's like it was a song that was like that's going to be dangerous for my career. Hey, can you not do that? And try to get it down, and then people came after her for somebody using her voice without her consent.
right.
And it's like, are we serious, dog? Like,
And like on another side of the aisle, you have like the people willing, the voice actors willing, going, yeah, I'll give you I'll make an AI voice bank, sure. It's like now you're enabling the problem.
yeah, and I can only assume that's just kind of where a lot of things are going on, because it's like,
Right.
now it's like
Like
some
you have
companies are
enough
like,
people that
see,
just don't care.
yeah, just like, because I think they probably see it as like, wait, so I can technically still have my job and get paid for it, even though I don't have to ever do it again. Shoot, that's
I'm
free
making it
money. I'll
up.
take
I'll
that.
do it.
Like that's what they're probably seeing, right? And it's like
Right.
it's just become a hot mess. I could probably see like, and then there's also kind of the residue of the Genshin whole situation, because like
Uh
I
huh.
could only imagine watching as the voice of your mascot character in English effectively becoming a D1 crash out does not help your case at all. And
No.
it's even worse was like, oh, other voice actors are kind of like in this awkward position of, they're not trying to be like, trying to be rude or anything, but just like they again, like you said, they don't know what the term, they've forgotten or don't know what the terms are anymore, right? They're confused of what's going on, right?
It's the forever strike.
The voice actor of Aether hasn't really like worked because like he's just confused. All his agent told him like, hey, just go along with it. As a thing, it's like, but he's been so confused. He's like, I'm just getting back. I just want to go back, bro.
Like take me back to the good old days.
Yeah, like Erica Harlacher talking about like SAG might be giving me threatening letters or something. I'm like, what is going on?
I don't think anyone knows what's going on anymore. Like all we need is another writer strike to happen. It's like, all right, just close down the industry,
I mean, the industry is burning down, but it's like, damn, every part of it.
right?
Like the people who literally just voice the characters can't even get this stuff right.
And shoot, I feel like we're gonna have an even bigger issue the second. So oh, once this 100% tariffs on anything foreign made on any foreign made media drops.
And that's right. No, I mean
That's a whole other.
that's mostly on movies, but like that they could extend to other things like games and whatnot.
It's so going to extend the anime. We both know this.
Yeah, man, that
I
that
hope you like
rev.
paying $30 a month for Crunchyroll.
Imagine paying for Crunchyroll.
Right?
Man, that rev tweet is getting so much work. Of
God.
man, imagine saying this.
Are you winning yet, Rev?
Yeah, you pedophile. Ooh, what'd I say?
No. Say it louder for the people in the back.
I'm gonna keep moving. I'm gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna keep pushing. Man, Franz is gonna be so
this
confused.
the last episode.
Franz is gonna be so confused listening to this episode. Like, what the fuck did you say?
Like, man, do you miss so much context?
But
Yeah, that's right. It's a hate podcast.
I apologize. I shouldn't call somebody a pedophile when
No, it's Rev. It's Rev.
it's there. But I'll just say this: I don't like you, dog. Like I used to like you, but holy cow, you somehow got worse. And it's like, you got worse, and I just couldn't follow you no more. I shouldn't be calling people things they probably aren't, but it's also like it's frustrating when it's like you can't say that and then watch as the opposite happens and then try and like not hide it. Like that is
Honestly,
that is grifting. I'm sorry.
we just gotta like bury Rev alongside Yellow Flash, It's a Gundam, and Nux Taku. Just bury them all in the exact same grave.
Oh man.
Like, just leave. Get out.
Man. Anyway, but my point is being like things got bad when it's like, yeah, no, during the Nikkei Hat 2.5 anniversary stream, they had interviews from the voice actors. They had interviews for Little Mermaid. They had interviews for one of the characters you got for free, Mori. And because it's been a while since the anniversary happened, they also had interviews from the voice actor Rappy, who is also the voice actor of Kaching in Genshin.
Huh.
Who also was part of that situation in which the new voice actor for one of the Natlin characters who got replaced and said some things
Oh no.
and continued to say things and then finally was able to shut up, but it was too late. So in that anniversary thing, when it came to her interview, I cringed mostly because I'm like, oh god, I can only imagine what's going on in the chat of all the reactions and in the live stream.
Oh god. This is just a fiasco.
And I know it was bad, and I knew it was like insane because I could definitely tell, like, nah, she had to make an apology, and I could definitely like, yeah, Shift Up had to call you and be like, hey, listen, what is listen, whatever the heck's going on with you and Genshin, that's a whole different thing. But you still gotta apologize because we cannot have our main female lead's voice actor have this much of an issue.
Right.
So it became a hot mess. And it's like that's I can definitely understand why Allegra Clark was saying that. It's like, yeah, no, it's like there's just so much politicking going around. And like,
Yeah.
you know, for record, that is also politics. It's not, oh, they put woke in my game. It's there's movements you have to make so that things can progress. You know,
I wish your Sphere never corrupted the word politics to mean all near or politics I don't like.
you the message and all that shit.
You know what? Add critical drink to that ditch as well.
You're just pointing out people I used to actually like watch. Like there's a
You want me
reason
just like
why. There's a
you
reason.
want me? You want to just like just send me the list, man. I'll just like go through.
I'll say this: like there's a reason. The moment I saw Tyrone Mandis react to Neurotronic, I got off his channel. I unsubscribed.
Yep.
Because like, why on earth would you ever react? Like, one, why on earth would you ever react to a Nerdtronic video?
Dude, you do not want to know what's happening in the VTuber space right now.
And oh, I know about your clan member.
Whoever came up with KK Kirsch is a genius.
I mean, people when people hating, they can make some funny stuff. Again, they turned Caitlyn from the season 2 Caitlyn from League of Legends became Ku Klux Kiraman. Like
Like,
they will find ways to just the internet finds a way, dog.
you know, I think it's time to denazify VTubers.
Where were we?
This is a great episode.
Okay. Haven't gotten to the news. Oh god. Haven't gotten to the news.
On to the first 1.5 hours of this podcast and can make for a great episode of any other show.
Okay. Long short, play Nikkei. I hope the Where's That a Strike works. Weather Waves, gameplay good. Characters and Honkai Star Rail still exists. I will hopefully things get better by the time we get to the Fate collab.
Man, that's gonna be weird.
I mean, I'm like, I better not have like I can't do an event where it's like, yeah, no, I don't have Kerry Walgren voice Saber. Like I need that. Please.
Like, I'm just like, the story for the event's gonna have to hard carry.
Oh, without a doubt. Because it's also taking place in Penacony.
Oh, it's gonna have to hard carry.
And for context, Penacony is the region that actually broke me out of the Star Rail propaganda.
Like, good luck.
What else is there? I talked about buying more cards. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it. I also did kind of get a lot of like my stuff done around the house. I got rid of this random uh I don't know if it was a aloe vera plant or it was a gigantic aloe vera plant or it was a gigantic uh like cactus plant in my backyard, but it's gone. Uh Still having to deal with something weird with the neighbors, like building a fence on our yard. That's
Yeah,
so weird.
I
That's a weird situation.
fencing rules are so. It's like I don't
That's
know
a
something
weird
about a fence
situation.
rules. Are like whose fence is it? It's like it's connecting the 2 yards. Whose fence? It's like all right.
Because like it's not really our neighbors. Like they sold the house, but it's like the man who's flipping the house to make a profit
Ah,
was like thinking that like he's getting like things talk about like yeah no the people I talked to about this said like no this is fine, or I talked to the city and I'm confused and everything, but like this, so he moved it back, but it's still not the point where like the old fence that was there back when that family was still there is supposed to be. There's still supposed to be like a 25 like a yard dissertation between where the pipeline is, because our backyards are situated on the pipeline. So there's supposed to be a 25 feet dissertation between where the pipeline is supposed to be like put out, which there's a specific thing there, and where it is. So it's like they're not actually at where their dissertation is supposed to be. They moved it.
uh,
They moved it back, but they move it back enough.
huh.
That's a whole thing.
Yep.
Um, but I got some stuff to try and like do one more time to try and fix my garage, because that's been an issue for a long time. But I think I finally can figure it out.
You got this.
And did some like spring cleaning in the house. So I say got productive during the period of time we were MIA.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has been my break. Finally, it only took an hour and a half. This is the problem. I can yap, even though it comes off
Right.
in the actual recording as me just slurring my words and mumbling. I can yap.
We get some good conversation out of the yap round.
Not to mention, I did try like at least to do a to effectively do a better way of like killing some of the dead space.
Oh
Because like
yeah,
I do
for
know
sure.
it's like we do have a lot of dead space,
Yeah.
because it's either me waiting for you to respond or something else. It's just like no one's talking.
All right. Right. We this is why for season 2 we gotta amp the out of pocket nature of this podcast.
I fear for whatever that means.
We just gotta get crazier.
I, I will also say like probably another issue is like because uh this is not a visual podcast. Like we can do a lot more just kind of like
Right.
waiting around where there's like visuals, right? But like I don't have
We
some
gotta
sort of
do.
avatar, and I don't have the system available to kind of like have your avatar or something. So
Right.
yeah,
You can do what I do.
I mean, I will figure it out.
I mean, you use the Discord reactive PNG, so you at least have like
Oh yeah,
people bobbing about.
that is a thing.
Yeah, like I mean, that's why I have like you here. It's like a bouncing like model of Zechs keys.
I probably should. Uh,
I'll drop you the link.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yep.
You probably know what the link is, but
Still. Like we also do the commentary chat around, just have a game in the background on like silent.
mm, nah.
All right.
All right.
Wait,
Let
shoot,
me.
I could have been doing that. Hold on.
Sorry, what?
Shoot, I could have been doing it on my end of the like live recording. I'll think about that for next time.
Okay then. Well, anyway, I think it's time we move on to the news because you can actually do that now.
Right?
What is this? What? Oh. Mm.
I don't know. I was seeing attending the Gate Ruler Twitter account. Besides, not dead yet.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
But
Game
the game does
releases.
have some like the game does have some crazy new art, honestly, like later sets.
Mm.
Like probably the game's like strong suits. Like, oh yeah, there's some cool stuff in here. Sure, not almost none of it fits together, but
Man,
like maybe this isn't
this is
actually a
crazy. They
perfect image.
really,
You know what I
someone
mean?
really did just post Unica's entire like uh gameplay and theme.
There we go. Oh my god, fit, please. There we. Like you can really get a taste of how all over the place Gate Ruler is art style wise.
Uh,
Even across this sheet of mostly anime characters.
yeah, it is amazing me how Game Ruler is still the way it is.
Somehow, yeah. Like I feel like this game is gonna outlive everyone, not from being like, you know, a top seller, but from refusing to die. Like it'll be like 2050. Yu-Gi-Oh! Magic the Gathering Pokemon are all somehow already gone, and then like Gabriel's like, "Hey guys, here's a set 50.
Uh,
We survived."
New news. We're back on a new segment. All right, so
Woo!
first on the list, Disney Lorcana, their next chapter live stream happened, in which they revealed everything going forward. So this is from on GameSpot. So first off, uh, they revealed new cards for the next set, Reign of Jafar, but also announced details on the set called Fabled, which we'll get to in a second. So first off, they announced the Collection Star set, which will have four packs of the set Fable, a promo version of Tinkerbell Giant Fairy, and a binder. No official release date, but that's coming soon. Interesting to note, Tinkerbell is a reprint from the first Lorcana set. I know
Ooh.
because I've already looked this whole thing over before the podcast, so that is how I know. That is important too. So on to Fabled itself. It'll be the ninth set in Lorcana's history, which will launch September 5th. Pre-release events will be on the August 29th. It'll be the first set in Lorcana history to feature reprints of cards, which is why they will have Stitch Rockstar. This is where the Tinkerbell comes from. Winnie the
Reprints
Pooh.
9 to 10 is kind of crazy.
Huh? Say that again?
like it feels first reprints 9 to 10? Huh.
I guess like the first true reprints in a set.
Right.
In a set proper. This came from
Yeah.
Rise of Floodborn, which also get an enchanted variant, a new one. Maleficent. And they also announced that a Goofy movie will be getting cards in the Fabled set. So Goofy movie
Finally.
will be officially in, as well as something else we'll talk about later. So there'll also be two new rarities, Epic and Iconic. Epic
Oh no.
will be a more rare than Legendary, but easier to find than Enchanted. And Iconic, which is the rarest of the rare with custom foil patterns and 3D effects. I don't know.
This
This is one of the things I have to ask Browns about, but like I don't know how Lorcana's rarity works for like Epic, Enchanted, and Iconic stuff.
right. Like I don't like too many rarities.
Yeah, because that can become like a mess, especially if they're not like something like SPs or something, right?
And I'm pretty sure it at least like I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like SPs and like SSPs, but still.
Yeah.
It's
So,
like
oh my goodness.
can of worms.
Okay. So, for example, they have an example of a what was it? An epic rarity, which is a reprint of Elsa, which will now have an epic rarity version, and a iconic, which the example is a new card for Mickey Mouse, the Brave Little Prince, which I think what says here will be one of only two iconic rare cards in the Fabled set. The other will be Minnie Mouse, and the art will be the other half of the art featured earlier in the gallery. So, for example, let's scroll back up. It's this artwork right here. So it will be in a super version of that one.
That's pretty nice.
Yeah.
We love combining arts. This is not foreshadowing for later.
I don't have that news. I forgot about technically that being news. Uh,
I mean, it's for the next section, anyways.
yeah, I'll have to like speed run grab that. Next up, they announced set rotation.
That's where the fun begins.
Yep. So beginning with the Fabled set, all sets from the first year of Lorcana's history, the first chapter, Floodborn, Inklands, and Ursa's Return, will rotate out of the core constructed competitive format. If a card is reprinted in a future set, however, all versions of the card will be legal. For example, players can use Stitch Rockstar from the first chapter since she is part of Fabled. Next year, all year 2 sets, Shimmery Skies, Azurite Sea, Arkansas Island, and Range of Far will rotate out as well. And they can give an example here. And they have core constructed and have now introduced Infinity constructed, which is again the eternal format.
Always has to be one.
So what do you think of this?
Now I'm the rarity book, but I guess I guess iconics like if it's limited to only like 2 cards, cool. I guess. A weird feeling on it.
Yeah.
But rotation's gonna be interesting, right? Because like if you look, at least from what I've seen, I guess about the kind of like user base, player base, it's similar to Pokemon. You have a lot of casuals and a lot of like scalpers. So time to see the lasting durability of the Lorcana player base.
Mm. Yeah.
Like Severitation's like a test for a game, right? It's like how much can you live on your mechanics after the early investment loses its a bit of its shine.
Well, I mean, there's gonna be a lot of like things that change the core of the market going forward, right? Like this Severation Protocana is like okay, like it kind of reminds me. Here's the thing: it kind of almost reminds me of how Shadowverse rotation works to an extent, right? It's like when you do
Mm,
rotate, you will only have like really like 5 sets,
right.
but it is kind of like I don't know. I feel like I'm not really a fan of how much will get rotated as fast. Like they will just basically kick out an entire year,
Like
like from
you
this
lose
one
like
on,
half the card pool.
and now we come to think of like, oh yeah, you know, it's again the other argument of how rotation works and everything. This is another discussion we can have with Franz later on, right?
Right.
So yeah, no, that is very very interesting.
And like the reprints too, alongside the rotation, it's like, all right, so we know what decks are, you are currently playing that are going to survive the winter, as the kids say.
Yeah. Which considering like they only just had their first like restriction list like very like a couple months ago, uh,
Yeah.
I think they did well. I think we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, I mean, they've been doing well. It's just like, I guess the honeymoon period's like ending. If that makes any
Yeah,
sense.
yeah. I mean, it is a pretty interesting
It,
topic
it's real
also
it's
about
real
like
card game hours now.
I'm sorry, it's what now?
It's real card game hours now for
Oh
Lorcana.
man, I need to get my ears checked. I thought you said Israel card game hours. I'm like, huh?
Huh.
My ears are cooked. Oh my goodness, what put me to say think that was what you said?
Um, this is gonna be it.
All right.
Man, Fran's gonna be so confused.
You. So, on to the next details. The Lorcana World Championship for 2025 will take place June 20th and 29th at the Walt Disney Resort in Orlando, Florida. It will only be open to the players and the production team, but it will be live streamed on the official Lorcana Twitch. This was something that was announced when. So, here's the thing this live stream accidentally somehow got leaked a week ahead of time.
Oh wow.
And so when it got leaked, uh everybody knew about this. And it was like, oh yeah, no, look, the world's is closed. Right? You can't go to Walt Disney and uh go to the Lorcana Worlds and spectate. Which, kind of sucks because like this is I think like their first real world. So not
Right.
having that experience is kind of, you know, but I can understand it because like there probably is gonna be a lot of people who are just gonna be there like, what's going on? And
Like a
aren't
lot
really
of
here for the
people.
game. So they're like, let's just kind of like see how this goes first before we go
Right.
thing. But they had to also officially reveal it. Yeah, no, this is what's gonna happen with Worlds this year, the day of, because they're like, listen, The whole thing's supposed to be live streamed. There's gonna be more things and more context we'll tell you about. But this is, what's gonna happen. We do want to eventually open it up, but for now, this is what we have to do. Still, which I'm completely fine with.
Same. Like, it's probably a headache to like have like a tournament inside an amusement park.
Not just any amusement park, one of the biggest amusement
The
parks.
amusement park.
Yeah. So also Luminous Quest, the Palace Heist, which is kind of like the board game version. Okay.
Man, remember when all we got from Bushiroad was like a dice sheet? Hey guys, here's your single player content. Here's your like here's a sheet of paper. Have fun.
And so they also revealed the cards from Reign of Jafar. They showed the Jafar High Sultan of Lorcana.
The Jafar who's reigning.
You have Jasmine with her altarts, the magic carpet, the palace guard. We got Bambi. We got Bambi cards now. Rapunzel.
Do you get kicked out of the event if you use removal on Bambi? What do you think?
We've got Whispers in the Well, which is the 10th set. It is a teaser image, and it might be a set based on Little Mermaid and Gargoyles.
Oh.
Because people saw that there are gargoyles in the background, so there's nothing else in this teaser image that shows up. So,
Right. I mean, if we're going this direction, this is going to be a very interesting, like,
and also
I don't know.
promoted for one other
I'd hop
thing
on.
was that another image showed up. Darkwing Duck will be in a set sometime in 2026. So we've now moved on to the mid 2000s Disney shows.
All right, so
90s, mid
question.
2000s, early 2000s Disney shows.
When are we going to get Fillmore in a Lorcana set?
Probably maybe 2027, maybe 2028. I think we'll go
Like,
with
honestly,
the
it's totally
early to
like Recess and Fillmore.
yeah. Well, I can only assume they'll probably come there. They're just kind of moving their time, which is fine, right? The longer we
Right.
have to wait for Marvel, the better.
It's like please just do not do a year of Phineas and Ferb. We are begging you.
They've got content for that. So from these announcements, I think the two big points are rotation and worlds being closed, but it does sound like this is, they have a plan and they're going to try and keep that plan working, right?
Yeah.
We'll just have to wait and see. So, on to the next topic. Bushiroad Championship Series Worlds. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right. So first off, we have our world champions for our card games. For Vanguard Standard, Premium, White Shorts, and excuse me, and Shadow Small, excuse me. And then we have our top three in these respective images. So congratulations to all these players. Y'all did the work and got rewarded for it. I wanted to at least
I'm
come
gonna
on
have
and
to
say
say it.
what.
Only one waifu T-shirt is in the white section.
I mean,
Props.
I mean, sister
It's
one,
fitting.
the one waifu teacher is the one who got first place, and their first place was with their was with the waifu on this deck in their deck.
See, here's how you get a power up in these card games, all right? You gotta really feel it.
Here's the thing: I can't get a power up because they don't make Vanguard shirts with the characters on them.
Which is weird, right?
I mean, that's a video I
Like at
could
least
do to talk about just like
like at
how
least
much
get to like shirts like the nation emblems on the back, right?
they do that, but it's like they don't do like the units or like anything else, right? Something that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Just very generic. So, but we move on to the Bushiroad English Conference Spring 2025 recap. It took place May 2nd during English Worlds. And we've got details too. So, for
Woo.
uh there so for details, Morphonica and Ave Musica, I think, right? Yeah, Morphonica will be in its collaboration will be in the 8th set Knights of Rebirth, which it was technically supposed to be in the 7th set. Why does this matter? We'll see in a second.
Oh no.
Also, because in the 9th set, uh, Go and Ave Musica will be in Super Brave Dead Nation, which is set 9. Why does this matter?
Oh
Because
no. Oh no.
yep. So in
No.
Japan, they announced that Bang Brave Bang Bravern was going
Are
to be
you
the collab
kidding?
for this set because it also came with Die Kaiser because both are made by Masami Obari.
Oh my god. Yep. All right. It's time for my crash. All right. Yep. No.
Go ahead.
I can't.
Go ahead.
I can't. How?
For the record, this is Bravern is one of Zeta's favorite mecha series from recent times. It also
That's like.
was a selling point of this set going into it.
Oh my god.
Like, if we
How do
want,
you screw this up? How?
that's a
Like,
question for everyone to ask. Why on earth
or
are
all
we
your collab
delaying
one set late?
one set late? And that also implies that set 10 has its own collab, which probably won't show
Yep.
up. But it
Every
also
Vanguard,
potentially
like almost
means,
every D set has its own collab at this point.
except they all haven't come to English.
Right. And
We
when it comes to English for
still,
one set late.
we don't have Vispo and we don't have Love and Berry.
God.
Vispo's or whatever, but Love and Berry quite literally changed our
It's,
metas.
right. Why are we doing version E in 2025?
I don't know, but it's even worse because this shouldn't have been delayed because this is literally your IP. Why on earth was this delayed?
Right. Like, like, what's happening between, like, Bushiroad buildings? Like, oh, sorry. Yeah, no. Negotiations are broken down. Apparently, they don't want us to, do business with ourselves until next month.
All right, so next Vanguard Day update. June will have the best mat I will hunt for my life. Like I will actually sweat for this mat. I'm sorry, which is the
Oh my
Megami
god.
mat with the energy. In August, has Akina. Anyway,
That-
you will there also be the Moonlit Treasure Cup, which will be in June, and players And if you use a Rhyline in Moonfang and Cerulean Blaze, uh, you can enter, right? And the winner will get this Mirai mat, which
Okay.
I think it's the first time Mirai has gotten a mat in the West, so that's good.
Should be the last time. But go on.
Let it go. Also, in July, the Firework Festival Cup will happen, in which, uh, the winner will get the Megami Chinese New Year illustration as a mat.
I'm assuming you're just waiting for that event as well.
Is water wet?
Well, actually, if you really think about it,
Shut up.
no.
Your logic won't work on me, sir. I will grind for my waifu. All right, speaking of waifus, the White Schwartz news. So first off, select stores will be getting a exclusive White Schwartz demo with Nikkei, and all demo participants will receive exclusive gifts. For example, upon completing the demo, you'll get one of the 4 playmats, a deck box, and a promo card upon completing the demo, which the promo card is Crown, the card I am hunting for. You'll get the deck box with Rappy, Anise, and Delta from like old promo art before the game released. Before they said, yeah, no, Delta actually shouldn't be this popular. Well, she's not on the main team. Bye. You'll then get a mat of either Scarlet. It'll be random. You'll get one of the main promo art, the Overzone promo art, Red Ash promo art, and New Year New Sword promo art, and you'll get Crown, who is great. There's also the referral program where you will get, you refer a friend, and once you both complete it, you'll get a special promo of an alt art of the card in the trial deck, New World Modernia.
Boo.
Yep. Next, Fairy Tail will get a Chronicle set. Fully foiled will contain signed cards of fan favorite characters. Will be available exclusively on Bushiroad Global Online and select Bushiroad Expos. Only 500 sets will be available in total.
Ah, it's a secret layer. Got it.
Basically. Also, Azure Lane Volume 2 will come out in English.
People still care about Azure Lane?
There are 4 Azure Lane sets in Rebirth.
Rebirth is an anomaly. It doesn't count for anything. I thought we've been over this.
But yes, people still care about Azure Lane.
Alright.
Speaking of which, Fujimi Fantasia Bunko Volume 2 will release in English. Konosuma 2 re-edit will come out. I forget what re-edits are. I forget what re-edits exactly are. I'm sorry.
Now I gotta Google what the re-ed.
But yeah, Konosuma's back. Did you find it?
Trying to fit.
Well, while you figure it out, I'm gonna talk about it. Huh?
Okay, it's a reprint set with a few cards.
With a few additional cards.
New cards.
Okay. Yeah, so yeah, reprint set with new cards. Cool. Next. Eminence in Shadow will be the next English edition original, which will get a trial deck, booster pack, and supply set.
In the English original, it's like the weirdest mix of stuff, I swear.
Yeah.
It's like, here's anime you might want, maybe, and then here's a cartoon.
Well, next, Meister Cup, and this is the tournament I was talking about, where like you enter and like the winner gets a alternate art card, and so it's the Piercing Red Fang from the Nikkei set, and its whole mechanic is a search your deck for one climax and add to your hand.
Cool.
Like,
I mean, it's a good card.
it's all right.
Decent.
Yeah, so on to Showers Evolve, and this is where our big news comes from. Not this one. They
Yep.
reiterate the Glory Fighter starter decks are gonna come out. There's gonna be a release party. They've also announced Bullet of Fate will drop. You know, popular characters Loxus and Reggie will be making their debut, along the special rarity versions of Forte and Not. I don't
Like,
think it's
fine,
their
I'll
name.
play Commander.
So this will be for Bullet of Fate. Uh, I've I can't believe I'm going to spend more money on Forte again.
Your wallet is not going to be happy with you.
My wallet's never happy with me. There's also random pack of card sleeves, which will have Master Selena in their, I guess, wedding arts or whatever it's called. And then Finny will also get her pack art. Then there's the super legendary card frame, which will be shown off, which show off there.
Whoa.
Uh, Also, we will get the special set, the Seaside Memories, which is the reprint set with new cards as well, which is also the set where they have, you know, all the swimsuits.
Yep.
So if you are if you're a fan of these units, be
There
prepared to
you go.
spend money on getting them swimsuits. And one more thing, starting from the 12th booster set, product releases will be accelerated to try and reduce the gap with the Japanese edition to 6 months. The 12th and 13th booster set will be combined, and new sets are planned to be released at a faster cadence.
Oh
So
no.
this is the big thing.
Yep.
So, for example, here's the schedule. June we'll have the Gods of Arcana. July we'll have Glory Finder. August will be the Covered Vanguard collab. September will be Bullet Fate. October Seaside Memories, and in November we will then start accelerating into combining sets together, try and cut down on the time frame between sets.
This is a disaster.
So this one kind of caused a stir in like the community
As it should.
because it's like, wait, why? I mean, because there's a lot of things, right? People are like talking about, this is gonna hurt because like now we have to do double sets, and we just changed how sets work. Like, is this gonna be a good
Uh-huh.
thing? Then it's also the question, like, we're going down to 6 months? Why 6 months? Why not we just combine everything together once and for all? Why are we just kind of still having that separation?
You know, we Kid had a point when he tried. Dude wanted to have, like, I guess Buddy might be a, like, global simultaneous release. And you know, he was right. Like, even see like Bandai right now, right? It's like, even Bandai's, like, trying to get there. Like, there's no reason for any of this.
I mean, I think there's a good reason. I just think they are very much like kind of. Where's my stuff?
I mean,
Yeah.
here's the problem, right? too much foreknowledge weakens Ian's sales.
Yeah. I mean, to be
Like,
fair, the sales were already probably weak because we were so behind. We're basically like a year
right,
behind already.
exactly, and like,
But the fact that we're
and that's
still, but and it's like combining sets isn't a bad idea. Digimon also just did that. But
right.
then again, their whole purpose combining was to then eventually make it a simultaneous release,
Yeah,
which they did. But, so the fact that we're combining and we're still not doing a simultaneous release is very confusing to a lot of people. I can only
like I
assume.
need some shareholders to just tell Bushiroad, hey, Vanguard, Wise, Shadow, probably not Wise. Wise, that's never happening. At least like Vanguard and Shadowverse just do simultaneous releases.
I mean, and not only that, it's also like, Hollow Live 2.
Yeah.
Like,
Godzilla.
you okay?
No, I'm sorry. I was talking about the Godzilla card game for a second. I just almost had a heart attack. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, it says something when Godzilla is the simultaneous release
Right.
for a game that will probably not make it a year, as much as it hurts.
It's the Godzilla support case. Who wants you?
It's like, and then you're releasing right next to like man, it's so nice to be drafted in the NBA draft that be like the 20th overall pick in the NBA draft that has LeBron James and Dwayne Wade in it.
You know, at this point, I would not be surprised if Godzilla's like some stealth plan to fire some people in the company.
Right?
Like, hey, all right, we can't like we don't have any reason to lay you guys off, but how's a new TCG project feel? We get to have an own project? Yeah, it's called, a Godzilla card game. Gee, thanks. And then a year later, when the game crashes and burns, all right, guys, get out of here.
I don't know, but that very much is like, it is still a question of like, cool, you did it, but why did you just not go all the way?
Yeah.
And I can only assume the idea is because Digimon was still like, right, it's like it required them to combine too many sets too fast, possibly, and I don't think they
Uh
want to do
huh.
that. Not to mention like the sets that Digimon combined for those boosters were like a bunch of extra boosters, right? And none of these games have
Yeah.
extra boosters anymore. So it's just like, damn. So on
Yep.
onto the final piece of details. BCS 2526 will be from October 2025 to March 2026. We're staying in the summer to winter for our competitive circuit. All they've shown so far is Vanguard, Weiss, and Showers will be part of it.
Cool.
They have shop challenge pricing. Uh, Shop challenge participants will receive a monthly shop tournament promo pack for participating, and the champion will receive exclusive cards. Uh, Shop challenges are here just for things because they've officially announced that buy cards are dead.
Wait, what?
Yeah, buy cards are just gone.
Ah, good. Maybe.
I mean, good. It's because like, yeah, imagine you like, because it just messes up with tiebreakers, right? It's like, yeah,
Right.
and then it's like, yeah, you went 2-0, and then you went against someone 2-0 who actually just sucked, actually, and then just it becomes a hot mess. Judge playmats will come around.
Oh, here's my card. Here's my one free game card.
Yeah, so dang, this thing took a minute to load. So there'll be one for Vanguard, one for Weiss, and one for Shadowverse. I pretty much said, hey, any judge that kind of want to give up this Weiss playmat, let me know.
Hey, you're not a judge. Stolen valor.
Yeah, starting from Bushiroad Summerfest 2025, judges who judge at least one event at both Bushiroad Summerfest and the next Bushiroad Championship Series will be eligible to redeem a new exclusive playmat for 25,000 points. Gosh, dang. But yeah. That is pretty much all the Bushiroad judge presentation news. Notice how there's
Can't
no
even give the
news.
judges a mat.
Yep. Notice
You
how
gotta
there's
you gotta
no
redeem points.
Godzilla or Hololive news, despite the fact that those release in 2 months.
Well, it wouldn't be Busher without sending some games out to die every once in a while. Right?
Mm. But I mean,
Like, has anyone seen Chaos TCG's body in like a few years?
y'all see she's dead. Did you forget about that?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I, I was like, wait, you're
I'm like,
serious?
wait, when was it? I'm like, wait, when did it die again?
Like, oh, like right before Buddy Fight did, I think.
Shoot! Yeah, no, I legitimately, huh?
Yeah, it got packed up, buddy.
Fight. All right. Well, I hate getting old.
Yeah,
My
so
mind's already going.
so that is it. Uh, now we move on to the next news is Yu-Gi-Oh! They've officially
Woo!
announced they are changing pricing for the new WCQ and YCS news. Uh, which will start July 5th through 6th with the Oceania WCQ. So, for example, there will now be a top 16 prize card, which will be a alt art effect veiler for that will be respective of the actual tournament.
Yay!
Top 32 will receive a alt art card trooper.
Oh, okay.
And if you make it to day 2, you will get a promo pack, which contains the following: uh, Dante, Traveler Burning Abyss, Blackwing Gale the
Woo!
Whirlwind, Blue Eyes White Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Gaga Magician, Pile of
Why?
Desires, The Arrival Cyber's Attic Nister, DDD Wave High King Caesar, Charge of the
Oh
Light
no.
Brigade, and Shadow Fusion. So, Zeta, what do you think of them actually changing how pricing will work? Now, granted, they've also said that this is not all of it. Uh,
Right.
at the next WCQ, they'll also reveal more, I believe.
I mean, as long as people aren't getting air fryers and Nintendo Switches, cool.
I mean, at this point, we will take them switching to a Nintendo Switch 2. Like, I'll take a Switch if it
That's
means I
too
can
high.
switch.
That's too high dollar for Konami.
But like, shoot, I'll take a Switch 2 for my prizing.
Honestly, they should like give us a cure rig at the door.
But I will say this is a good start.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, hey, hey, you get a promo pack if you make day 2. You know, don't just
Like
scrub out.
here's something that's good. Here's something actually good for like reselling the collectors.
Yep. Like you don't even have to open the pack. You can resell the collectors, right? Though I will
Like
say,
we're gonna do that card trooper anyways.
but it's kind of like, damn, really? Like, imagine with your promo pack, you get Gaga Magician. Like,
Like I would be so mad if my promos got magician. Holy cow!
like that's just like Blood thinking on the team. Like every other card is played in their respective decks at some point. Gaga Magician's not even played in Gaga anymore.
Right. Like
Like Automat doesn't need him. Gaga doesn't need him. Man is just without a home. It's
you
like,
know, they're never gonna stop hating Zechs fans. I get it. I'm not calling it zeal.
I mean, for the most part, it is really just the West that does not like Zexel. It really is
Right.
just like that first half doesn't really give best thing, right?
Like I feel like it's like the jump from like it's sorry just because it came after 5Ds, right?
Yeah.
It's like 5Ds like, man, this is a Yu-Gi-Oh for me as like a mature adult 13-year-old. This is my new this is my new serious Yu-Gi-Oh season. It's like, and then you get the Zechs it's like,
I'm feeling the
huh?
flow. Who left?
Right.
And then he also just loses games too.
Right. So what is this whimsy?
Like, how dare there be happiness? Life is
Where's
terrible.
the edge? God.
I mean, if I know one thing from from MBT saying it and also watching did you watch the Jeopardy episode that came out?
Uh yeah.
Like MBT is right, pretty much like any like this crazy that the anyone that most of the big Yu-Gi-Oh players have not seen any Yu-Gi-Oh past GX, despite the fact that some of these
Crazy.
the, like like most of these series are half the age. Farfa is half the age of goddamn Zexel at this point.
Right. Which is crazy to think about because, like, you look at like Vanguard, right? It's like, yeah, no, almost every, I'm gonna say like most of the high end or most of like known voices at Vanguard probably do watch the anime
Yeah,
at least a little bit.
pretty much. But that's. I mean, I think the only one who doesn't is, I mean, kind of is kind of dropped off the anime is Solemn. But then again, he doesn't. He doesn't make content like that. he,
Right.
like, but yeah, this is like pretty much like our series is connected to mostly the anime, and the card game is more interconnected with our like content creators and whatnot.
Like it's interesting about right. Like Bushi's nailed the interconnectivity so well. They've kind of completely flipped and flounder on the actual expanding part.
Hmm.
A great ecosystem. Have you tried introducing people to it?
I mean, that's a good point, right? I mean,
World's
that.
nicest aquarium in the most isolated place in the Arctic.
Yep. So That is mostly the Yu-Gi-Oh news. It's really just kind of this, like a generalization.
Yeah, check back at with us in like 2 weeks when that new event in Master we can't talk about shows up, so I can hype it up.
I mean, you'll hype it up. I ain't.
Dude, you gotta
Look,
trust me, it's gonna be great.
listen. Listen. Next time I play Yu-Gi-Oh, legitimately, will be when one I finally get all the mouse cards, and two when
Haven't you heard the news? Mallet sucks unless you buy the spreadsheet.
no, you're wrong. Even if you buy the spreadsheet, mouse still suck because you play cards that were in the spreadsheet. Oh
Can
my
we
god.
talk? All right, we gotta talk about the spreadsheet
Yes, please, because
nonsense.
I actually was thinking of one talk about that for the entire day. I'm like, no, we gotta talk about what the hell just happened there.
Yeah, no, like, what are we doing?
I don't know, man. Like I understand Pac was like,
Back in
it's a joke, but when you just gave people like the option to pay $35 for something they should have done themselves, and then tell them, oh yeah,
and
no,
at,
these two cards, yeah, don't play them.
and from the sound of it, at least triple digit people purchased the damn spreadsheet.
More than 50
Right. It's like,
purchase a spreadsheet.
dude,
Like, like how I'm playing this? How I'm playing this? Um,
back in my day, people just told each other how to use their cards effectively.
and I definitely agree. I definitely also agree. It's like Bill Pack says, like, yeah, no, there is sometimes you just come up with deck concepts, you know, deck ideas. Like, should I play this in here or not? Like right before, like, it's time to
Right.
do things, right?
Hold. But also, if your deck is already registered for the event that has those changes made, and you didn't update the spreadsheet to account for that locked in deck with those changes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking it's sabotage.
I mean,
Because you had time to update that spreadsheet.
yeah, it's like it. Like, I was watching Stevie Blunder's video on it. It's like, it's like he basically, yeah, no, it's not. It wasn't last minute because you had to have had some concept. Because one is like you made a spreadsheet. If you remove a card, that means you had to have some concept of the deck to then be like, I think the deck can actually run without it and be fine.
Right.
And you told the person who made top four with it, yeah, don't play these cards.
Like, here's what I think, right? If he just came out and said, why the, and just outright said, why would they update a spreadsheet to help the competition win? At least he'd be honest about it.
Mm, I mean, I mean,
Like,
it
if he
is
just
just.
outright said, hey, why would I like give you all the sauce you need to win an event that I'm also going to be competing in?
I mean, it is. Yeah, I want to preface this by kind of talking about like I saw MBT kind of talk about it, and it's like this is like, uh, it is crazy that Yu-Gi-Oh has become so complex that the only people who can really top an event, like he feels like the only real people who can generally top an event at this point are people who are in the know, like in the big click and whatnot, like in the
Yep.
know in the big click. Because like even if you're in like quite literally like because it shows right here like you could literally be in a uh you could literally be in a paying $200 to be in a quote unquote inner circle where you get all the latest updates and you still won't have enough ideas of what's going on.
No, you're not in the inner circle.
Yeah, you're in the inner circle, but you ain't part of the Illuminati.
Right.
You the C squad, actually.
Shoot, like you may be part of the council. We are not granting you the rank of master anytime soon.
Yeah. So I mean, this is kind of just the whole thing, right? It's like a spreadsheet is a lot of work already, right? That's a lot of things to try and like let people know. Yeah, this is what
Right.
your deck can do. This is how you can play around certain things. This is how you think, right? That is a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh to already have played and
Yep.
understand to get things done, right? So in a way,
Sure.
I understand completely. It's like, you are not right. That's a lot already, and then come up with something last second to be like, oh no, wait, what if you tried this instead, going into it? Because no, because wait, this whole thing. I think another issue about this, however, is the fact that this YCS took place right, like right after a major set release.
Yep.
We got a main set the day of the tournament, which also I still stand by my thing of I don't like sets being legal if they fall on the same day of tournament,
Agreed.
because then that can change a lot of things.
Like there's gotta be at least like a 1 week gap.
Yeah, so it very is just like very least one gap. Like Vanguard doesn't. I appreciate that they did 2 weeks, but I understand 1 week because not only that, that's like you have to go search for the cards, and if they don't have it now, you have to go work on a arguably like out of date deck, right? Like very least a
Right.
week is like, yeah, no, everyone's still on the same playing field
Like
as
I
much as
think my whole
possible.
issue with the spreadsheet stuff is like I consider like information at least a cart. Like information's a public good, right?
Uh-huh.
Lift up the entire play, like pick a price tag on it, and then withholding information intentionally or unintentionally. I'm not giving charity to these people. Intentionally withholding important information, ruins things. Like you're only like increasing this like the stratification in knowledge, right? No, we need to maintain the gap in like skill and in information. It's like, "Ah, sorry, no, the top's just for us. Sorry, nope." That's what I don't like.
Yeah,
Give us money, maybe get a taste of the top.
but I think there's also another thing of like, hey, guys, another thing should be said is like, hey, please keep this in mind. I mean, this should also put there, but someone said like, this should be put in like the details when you buy a spreadsheet. And to that I agree with this, but also it
Yeah,
should be just general knowledge because hey, just because you buy a spreadsheet that shows you how to play a deck's things does not mean you will know how to play the deck.
true.
Because you know, best quote I've ever heard: having good cards does not make you a better player. You're still trash just with good cards. Why?
Right,
Because you didn't practice the deck the way the people who made the sheet did. Right? Like, even if, yes, even if they are technically wrong in arguably quote unquote scammed you out of getting scammed you quote unquote out of getting information that would have probably helped change your thing, you probably don't have the time, the willpower, or the imagination to play enough testing to double check if they're correct in time.
that's fair. Yeah,
Again, You're going into a set where you have to already get your cards out, get them already like pre-sent to you, or have a homie or like the store you do already have them prepped and ready for you. Not including if you already had to travel there and get them. And God forbid if you had a friend have to get those cards to you and they forgot them at home. So you have to go hard search for your malice cards the day before, day of at a vendor. Mean you gotta wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, get yourself ready because we know you still stink. Get your behind to the venue, stand in the line, and the first thing you do is bum rush straight to the vendor. Like, hey, do you got this malice secret rare? You got it? All right, I'm paying $180 to still scrub out.
Yeah, no. Like, look, I'm just saying, all right, if there's a cooking competition and you release a guide and some handy tips, like, preparing some tips preparing an amazing burger for the specific competition, and like a few days later, it's like, you're like, man, you didn't tell me, like, you told me not to include mustard. Why'd you include mustard at the competition? Well, shoot, I forgot to tell you. The judge really liked mustard. One of the judges really loved mustard. Sorry, you got outdated information. Try again. I'd be pissed. You don't want mustard for this event. So why do you include mustard? Oh, well, you see, I forgot to update the information about the judges liking mustard. Hmm. Hmm. I'm sabotage. Like, or we can just go back to free resources. Like, I get it. You want to refund some of your time playing, making the spreadsheet and everything. You want to get that investment in. No, sorry. Paid coaching, sure. All right. That's an active, potentially even like small, like scale thing. Get your bag. Public information that provides a benefit to everyone? No, sorry. You're working pro bono. Free or bust. That's how I feel about it.
I'm sorry I had
Like,
to.
it's an ideological thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to help my brother. Could you repeat some of that real quick?
Yeah, like, I get, like, ideologically speaking, I'm cool with, like, paid coaching? Sure. Great. Got it. That small scale stuff. Amazing. Pay public information, like spreadsheets and like tutorials and whatnot. Unless you're directly doing like a college level course here on Yu-Gi-Oh! Should be free. Sorry. Like, I get it, you want to recoup your time and effort and everything, and the money for the cards you paid. I don't care. Do it for the love of the game, like every other hobby.
Mm-mm. The point is, and my final kind of thing on it's like at a certain point, like that should just be the moment of like, hey, sorry guys, like, oh, how I'm trying to word this. You can't. That should be the first moment of like that should be a wake up call to you of like, yeah, you are not going to exactly have all the answers. A spreadsheet should not. You should never look at a spreadsheet and go like, yeah, no, this will have all the answers for you. It'll have enough the answers, but this is the biggest point. Like, you have to still play the game. You still
Mm.
have to try these out. You still have to practice. You have to play test, right? Buying some
Right.
sort of buying a cheat sheet is not going to help you if the test questions change, if the way that certain questions on the test change. Right, you're going to a big variable thing just because you think like this is going to be the best deck, or these are going to be the decks that are going to show up. Does not necessarily mean these are going to be the best decks, right? Mitsurugi, like people are like, oh, Mitsurugi Rise will be there. Like, meanwhile, like Mitsurugi Pure also went crazy, right? Like, let me look up the top cut
Right.
for this YCS. YCS Providence, Yugioh Pro deck should have this. Top 32. So we had 11 Mitsurugi, 4 Ryziel, 12 Malice. We had Crystron, Evil Twin, Mermail, Regenesis, and Blue Eyes. Like,
props to that Crystron player. Like, holy.
yeah, sorry. Did you really think you were gonna win against? Were you really expecting to go against Crystron
Right.
at a tournament that had almost 16,000 players? That Crystron also made top 8, by the way.
Right.
I gotta see this Evil Twin players deck list though. Yeah. So you what makes you think? I was gonna print screen this because I want to make sure I have this for our new kind of like little thing. But yeah. Besides that, what makes you think that you're going to have the answers? Like, not only that, like these pro players also have a life, and they also have like other details to do, right?
Right.
Like, yes, you're gonna have stuff for Mitsurugi, you're gonna have stuff for Ryziel, probably have stuff for uh Mouse Mirrors, you're gonna have stuff for probably some Mermail. You're not gonna have enough, there's not enough knowledge in the day to be like, yeah, no, all these cards are gonna be correct. There just isn't.
I think we both can agree a pack handled this poorly.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, that's just kind of thing. Like,
Do this some like terrible. You don't do some terrible PR from the person selling me the product.
it really just be like, yeah, no, you can't just, like, that should just be the wake up call. You can't just immediately go in and assume that just because you buy something means you're gonna have the answers to everything. You still
Yeah.
have to put in the work. Oh, it's Fiendsmith Evil Twin. Aw. Well,
No.
that makes it sad. Okay, hold on just a second. I'll be right back.
I mean, at least Horus Crystron looks interesting. maybe, maybe he just didn't have sold spreadsheets. Maybe that was the problem. Like, dang it, this is a card game. Right.
I think our last big piece of news now is the Gundam card game.
Gundam.
Yep. So they had a second Link station broadcast. So they've officially put their stream highlights. Oh, that's the whole stream itself. Never mind. So they revealed the packages for starters 1 through 4.
Sweet.
They were officially for the first time, as well as details for the assemble set, which shows a little bit more of the packaging of that. So more info on the teaching app was given. They don't really show anything. Like, yeah, it's this. Oh yeah, the MSRP for the assemble starters are going to be $34.99. The
I mean,
regular
that kind of makes sense.
cards only going to be $11.99. Uh, Starter deck Iron Bloom. I think that's the actual name now, Iron Bloom, which really does work much better. Releases September
I mean,
26th. Huh?
here's the question about the starter deck, right? Does it come with a free MP3 file for the ending song
Which one?
to season one?
Oh, which one?
Like if I'm losing, I need to hear "Orphans Namida" in my ear.
So, more details on that. First large scale event for the Gundam card game called First Combat will be held worldwide. Uh, these are details on that here. We can kind of look at First Combat. Event period is in August. One-on-one constructed, singles 64-person constructed. Multiple turns will be held. One-on-one sealed, North America only. Singles 64-person
Ooh,
sealed. Each person builds a deck with one starter deck and 4 booster packs. Multiple tournaments held only in North America. The starter deck will be randomly selected from the first 4 and distributed along with 4 packs of set 1. Then there's also the 2 on
that could be
2.
fun.
The 2-player teams, 32 teams constructed, and then multiple tournaments will be held. North America, Gen Con, which will be July 31st, August 3rd. Latin America will be Song Song. Europe organized play events. In Oceania will get TAC games. And yeah. One up purchase
Well,
prizes, new type challenge prominence cards. This is sample images. The participation card will be based of the Zaku. You will get a promo of overflowing infection with Miorine and her tomatoes. You will get a promo of Soletta doing her thing, and they haven't showed the winner card itself. So that's cool. Did you read that? Yeah, they already showed Starter Deck 5. Announcement that Set 2 will include Afterward Gundam X and Mobile Suit Gundam Age.
oh god, that R for the is that that's not the age. That's
That's
not
the
the age
Age
one.
1. Yes, the Age of 1. I believe. I don't know what happened there.
What is
I'll just say
you
the
know?
honest.
I don't think we're ever meant to see the age outside of the level 5 proportions. I think that's the problem. You
So,
unlevel 5 the age 1. Good God, turn it back.
they also noticed there the following 3 series are joining the game for the first time with GDO 2. The one remaining series, which we already know is X, Age, and there's one more, will be announced at Bandai Card Games' next planned presentation on June 12th. So we have to wait a
All
month
right,
for that final set. So what do you think it's going to be?
so like there's only 3 things it could be, right?
I mean, it has to be something big, right?
If they're crazy, it's G-Quux.
I mean, we're having to know that G-Quux is in there. But we know G-Quux is getting a starter.
Sure.
I don't think they would hide
All right.
G-Quux.
Double O?
Double O is not in the game. Yeah, I think, you know what? Double O would be the one.
It's gotta be Double O or like Turn A if they want this to be the weirdest booster set they can get.
the the canceled one, the confused one, and then Turn A Gundam.
I'm telling you, I will pay top dollar for whoever can find me the Australian man who said turn A Gundam in the opening. I'm placing a bounty. I will give you $300 if you find me that Australian.
So Yeah, and that is actually it, surprisingly.
God, I hate this. I cannot unsee cursed turn A. I mean age. Like,
First turn
what
age.
is going on? Yeah, like what is going on?
Turn age Gundam.
On age Gundam.
Help.
God,
Uh,
like
so yeah, I fully believe
it's the shoulder. I think.
it's gotta be a big series, right? So it has to be like double
Right.
O. We already have Seed, so that's there. We already have Wing. We already have OG. Do we technically
I
have?
doubt it.
Wait.
I doubt it's G.
Hold on. Do we have Zeta?
Oh no, I don't think we do.
Yeah, we have.
Okay, Zeta would do it. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, Zeta was still a
it's
box.
either
Yeah,
Zeta or double O.
yep.
Because I'm like, there's no way we don't have Zeta yet.
Right, we gotta have
That
like
is
one
kind
new
of
see the Steelers.
that does kind of go
You need
crazy. It's like, wait, so does this set gonna have after war age either double O, IBO, and G Quacks?
oh, this set's gonna be crazy.
Because it's crazy because I think I have seen like images of the preview.
If
Of the
there's any
preview.
good news,
Let me find.
at least Age is gonna be cheap. Build Age.
Let
The
me
cards are gonna be like $10.
let me go up and look for something here.
Yep.
Because there's something I did find, which is um yeah, they did. Oh yeah, they did also show the Machu art for the G Crux. I assume the starter. Let me give that to you. Yes, so that is the so the cursed age is the age one normal, and it's in green.
I think you know my problem with the Curse Age art is. Like, I think the angle it's facing, like, it's almost rocking dimeter proportions on one of its arms.
Yeah.
And that's
Also,
the first and last time people are going to hear about dimeter this year.
they also showed the Omega Psi Kamu of G Quacks. They also showed McGillis's Strawberry Gray, so it is definitely just season one all the way of IBO in here.
It feels like set one's like, here's some heavy hitters, and set two's like, oh yeah, here's everyone else.
Here's the weirdos, which good. I've been wanting the weirdos.
Right. You know what's going to be really crazy? When this game hits year 3 and they're like, all right, we got to start digging into the books again.
Let me find if do we not see? Yes. Okay, so this is also another thing because Gundam X is also purple.
You know, I think purple makes sense for Gundam X.
I mean, yeah, I find it funny because X and IBO being purple is funny because like
Oh, they want you to. Oh, they want you to build a post-apocalypse deck. I get it.
but no, it's also funny because it's like those purple's like the one purple and like technically like red are like my two decks I play are like the two colors I like playing in Digimon.
Hmm.
So the fact that the two of the series I really do love are both purple is just kind of funny. Like that
You know
lineup
what
is
sucks?
hilarious. What?
My favorite color in Digimon won't be represented in this game, I'm assuming.
Black.
White.
Oh.
You know, the and everything goes super stupid gimmicky color.
So you into those snow bunny Digimon?
We are not doing this. We are not making this the bit for the podcast.
I mean, listen, it's either snow bunny mon or cocaine mon. Choose your poison.
God damn it.
I think that
You
is.
know what? I think I know what's gonna happen. We're gonna get white in Gundam. It's gonna be entirely for the else.
Oh, white for double O would actually be crazy.
Right. Like the ELS specifically, or be like some really stupid
Wait,
gimmicky deck that just has no color attached.
wait, isn't hold on? I thought
Wait, no,
isn't
they can use
white
white for
in
stuff like
Gundam?
SD Gundam. Huh?
Wasn't white in Gundam already?
No?
Then what is?
Wait, yes?
Where's the? I have to find.
Oh, are we thinking of Battle Spirits?
Yeah, Valkyries doesn't have white. Let me look at the first combat supplies. I'm like, I swear I saw white cards in there, right? Let's see. Yeah, Solette is a white card. Yeah, white is white's in Gundam.
Oh, okay. You know what I mean when I say white in Digimon versus like white in Gundam.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, though, right?
Uh-huh.
Like here's the deck that doesn't actually play Gundam. It's doing some other completely different thing. It's not good. It'll never top. It'll be kind of funny to see it work.
Also, I gotta say, it is a small thing about G-Quux. It is so funny that we're like halfway through the season and we haven't even seen it use its actual beam saber.
Oh, I just thought of something.
What?
What if they put G Gundam in every single color when it debuts?
That'd be fun. But then, how do you make the shuffle lines work?
You don't, at least for now. You gotta do things properly. The shuffle alliances come together until the second part. But then probably red.
Mm.
Just make them the game's equivalent of like Yu-Gi-Oh's Kaiju. It's like, oh hey, look, it's a random shuffle alliance unit. Oh, Gundam fight. No, I don't know. There's stuff you can do here.
Yeah. Well, some stuff we can do here. That'll be the end of this segment of the podcast. The next segment will be our interview with Traverse Tavern. So, we'll be
Yep.
right back.
Yep. Whoop.
Okay. Now we'll do the kind of Look, do you want to do like an actual like exit of the podcast itself here? Or do you want to just kind of like do it at the end of the Franz segment? Would that be better?
Probably at the end of the front segment.
Okay. All right. Well, then I guess let me just.
Yeah, we'll just do the live show on a cliffhanger.